Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a quick little video here. Releasing some spinners coming up very shortly in the next day or two. We got the RATABAT is what I call it. Excuse mine, it's got a little wear. I've been using it a lot, but anyway, made out of brass. We're actually in the process of cutting one right now. The hole will not be a normal thing on the buttons. I just sanded this one a little too thin and drilled the hole a little too deep, but you know, like I said, this is my personal one. They will have hybrid ceramic bearings in them. They actually spin better than these bearings that I got in this one. So this one does pretty good, as you can see. Got my spindle running here, fixing to start the program out. Cutting another one of these. They'll be on my Etsy shop for 50 bucks plus $2.61 shipping, something like that, $2.60 shipping for the cheapest shipping. Of course, you'll have other options. Next, we will use these two little blocks of material here. That's what's going to make the buttons. I mill these out on this machine just like I do the other. I was going to say a few things. These are not made in a factory. They're made in my basement, as you can see, and I haven't even cleaned up my stuff from moving yet. Anyway, these are in my basement. The inside of the buttons don't look that great. I'm going to work on refining that, but they do screw together well. They come out pretty good. One of my employees at my shop dished out these buttons. I'm going to work on a method that'll do it and make them look a lot better. I do have a polishing wheel over here, my drill press. This is basically all I have to work with. I don't have a lathe yet. Now when I get a lathe, or if I get a lathe, I'll be able to make these a whole lot better. So y'all just bear with me. They're still good buttons. They're just not the prettiest on the underside, but they do work. They do work well. But that's the whole deal with being handmade, you know. We make stuff by hand. It has our own little touch. You know, if I outsourced this from a machine shop or something like a lot of people do, that'd be different. Make all these at home. Supply will be limited on the buttons. Supply will be limited on the on the spinners. I'll be able to make as many as I can get out, but keeping brass in stock for one. Brass is like pretty expensive. I will also have these in aluminum. I've got plenty of aluminum to cut in, but I buy my brass stock. It's just this was a 3-foot piece of brass stock that I purchased, and I just cut pieces off of it to make it. I would be running this machine right now, but it's pretty noisy. As you can see, I've got all kinds of dust everywhere. Got my piece bolted to the board. Got a mess over here, but we're working on it. Got my Mach 3 software going, and I'm still running the blue box CNC controller. I got it fixed. Just had to move a little jumper on the board, and that solved all my problems. I had to buy a new inverter. I've got a new inverter, a genuine Hanyang, or however you pronounce it. Works real well. I also have a backup inverter that they sent me to replace the one that was bad, and I have a Gecko G540 controller kit that I'm going to end up putting on here. I just haven't put it on yet. And then after I install that, I'm probably going to upgrade these motors. So I may be selling some parts off of here after I upgrade, or I may build another CNC with the extra parts, since I got an extra inverter and an extra controller now. So then I could double my production, I guess. But anyway, I'll build a CNC to do that and build a bigger table. I just thought I'd talk to y'all and let y'all know that we got these little puppies coming in. These things spin rather good, rather well. It's just a lot of work. These take quite a while to make. versus 3D printed ones. Now 3D printing the part takes longer than cutting one of these out, but I have to do all the finishing, polishing, sanding. I sand them and polish them with my buffing wheel. Cutting these buttons don't cut out like this off the machine. They actually cut out kind of rough. They cut kind of rough, and I have to use sandpaper and sand all the burrs out of them and just get them working. So that's a lot of work, but hey, these will be $50 on my Etsy store, and the aluminum version of this I will also sell. Those will be $20 on Etsy as well. And actually the aluminum ones spin rather well. They're very light. They're a lot lighter than the brass, but I mean, for a fidget toy, they spin well. You may not be able to sustain as long spin times with the aluminum, but, and I haven't timed this particular one yet, but I'm sure with that hybrid ceramic you might be able to get 2 minutes or so, maybe even longer. And then we're also talking about doing some with some smaller bearings as well in the near future. I've just got to get a design drawn up. But anyway, I just thought I'd show y'all. This is called the RATABAT. I decided to call it that. I don't know, it's a weird name, but I like it. Very balanced. Spins well. Some of the buttons, when they cut out,